Well, good morning. It's Thursday, November 14th, 2024, and welcome to episode 805 of the Lots Project Morning Show, where the coffee's strong, the opinions are stronger, and everything's always filter free. I'm Brian, your host, and today I'm enjoying a silver bullet blend again from foodforestfarms.com. Excited to get this opportunity to drink this before it's all gone. That monsoon Malabar is running out quick, so we'll see. We'll see how long it lasts, but you can find that and many other awesome premium air roasted coffees at foodforestfarms.com, where you get 10% off with discount code LOTS10, LOTS10, and the shipping is always free. While you're there, check out that C4 Club, middle of the month coming up. Looking forward to my C4 package getting shipped out, arriving, getting to see what kind of awesome coffees I get this month. All right. Little note to anybody listening on the audio feed. It didn't go out yesterday. Middle of the show. Well, it was not really the middle of the show. Oh, by the way, we'll be talking about some of the stuff we talked about yesterday. Some interesting products I got in the mail yesterday for review. Some things coming out of Michigan. Maybe Rewilder Life will be able to join us this morning. I have a question and some stuff going on in Michigan that I came about, and a little bit more here and there. But first off, I wanted to let everybody know the audio feed didn't go out yesterday. StreamYard decided to crash on me when I went blank. It wasn't our internet. The freezing and the lagging and all of that seemed to be yesterday on StreamYard's end. So we'll see. I actually reached out to them and was like, what the fuck? What's going on here? And because I had some issues a couple of days prior with a couple of guests recording for the other podcast, the Director Detour podcast, it was crashing their browsers. So I reached out and I told them that, and they basically said, well, you're doing this, and this wrong. And I was like, well, that's weird because it's not just me. It's two separate guests at two separate times. So what the fuck is going on? So I got that stock AI answer of check your internet connection, close your browser, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, maybe I just need to try a new streaming service. They didn't write back. So we'll see. I've been kicking around some ideas about some different stuff with the show. Yeah, I don't know. Still in limbo. Here we are on StreamYard. So if we hang up again or things go sideways, assume it's not Starlink anymore. Starlink seems to have been getting better and better. So I think it might just be StreamYard at this point. So we'll see. I know Rewilder Life said yesterday that she went back to Zoom because they had problems with StreamYard. So I've been happy with it for years, for actually over a year and a half, 2 years. It is what it is. It's really resource heavy. We'll see what happens. Anyway, let's hit the live chat, see who's hanging out in the coffee crew this morning so far. In early, John Palmer, good morning and good day to you. Mike's Homestead, how are you today? Over on Noster, we got Reed's Rabbitry and Pip. Good morning, Pip. Thanks for the zap, Reed's Rabbitry. Thanks for stopping in. Got a few other viewers over there on Noster. Would you say hi in the comments? Just to let me know you're getting this loud and clear. And let me know where you're watching. What client are you catching this on, or are you right on the zap.stream website? John Palmer says, I'm a shill for Elon. I mean, now that he's in charge of Doge, man, we gotta love Elon. Jesus. We talked about that yesterday. Remember the Department of Government Efficiency? Is that what they're calling it? The Doge. Welcome to the Doge. Welcome to the Thunder Doge. Elon and Vivek are going to be in there. It's going to be like the scene out of Kill Bill where she takes on the whole army of ninjas there in the restaurant. Elon's going to be there with a. Somebody more technologically advanced than me should take and transfer Elon's face onto Uma Thurman in that scene from Kill Bill, and put little signs on all the people that she chops their heads and arms and everything off as like the Department of Ed, the FDA, the EPA, like all of them, and they're getting limbs chopped off and all sorts of stuff. That would be, I mean, if I could do it. Anybody out there technologically advanced enough to get that done? Because I think that would be a solid solid remake there. Anyway, Reed's Rafferty says I'm like yeah, but Celebrities in Office one step closer to the movie Idiocracy. I thought that with Orange Man Part 1. I was like, are we going down this road? Because then I think after Orange Man 1 and Orange Man 1 as in Uno, not 1 as in victory. I guess he did win when he was Orange Man 1. But then when he lost, the next time they were putting up Rogan and all these other celebrities, and I'm like, is this what this is going to turn into? This is going to be a popular. I guess it was always a popularity contest. I've been contemplating post-election. This is when I think about the election, is after it happens. I was thinking about back when we voted for president when we were in grade school. Was this just the tip of the iceberg of them prodding us into making uninformed decisions? Like, you're in second grade and the teacher's like, who do you want to vote for president? Like, I don't know. Who's gonna give me a bigger lollipop? John Palmer says, I'm like you. I can't even say technically without shuddering. I mean, I can hold my own. And if I need to do something, I understand how to learn how to do it. I just don't want to take the time to do that right now. The skill would literally be a one-trick pony just to make that video, and that would be done. And that doesn't make sense. I've been able to adapt to technology. You would think that the gas pump tech business, the service tech job I had, would have been just like pump monkey, running pipe wrenches and doing shit like that. And there was a lot on the technical end with networking and credit card readers and all sorts of security. It was interesting. It was interesting for sure. So I'm willing to learn it if there's a purpose to it. But learning how to transfer faces into a video and that just isn't a valuable skill for me at this point. And somebody else obviously does it, because I find some fantastic memes that are done like that. So, Pip says, yes, Miss Freeman, I like to vote for Ron Paul because he's all about making the government small. Here's a little Pip, 8 years old. A monkey. A monkey. A little Pip monkey in school. Taxation is theft. Where did you learn that? Oh, it was at the Ron Paul rally the other night. Pip says, come on, when Arnold won governor. Randy Cartman asks if I have a Discord server. No, I fucking hate Discord with a passion. I've used it. I've meddled with it. I've set up my own server. Good morning, Canadian Farmstead, on that vertical feed. Appreciate that comment and hanging out. I've set up servers. I've used Discord for comms with other content creators, with some shit coins that I was involved in. It's not for me. It's perfectly fine. I mean, it's not for me. Just like learning to put faces on videos and transferring faces, I don't want to go down that road. Like, if I was going to learn something new and dive into something new, it'd probably be Linux. Take my time, and that's what I needed to do right now. So sorry, Randy Cartman. I sorry to disappoint you, and I don't have that server. Pip says, "Come on, when Arnold won governor for Cali, and how about Jesse Ventura winning governor of Minnesota?" Yeah, that was the start of it. That was the start of it. I want to know when the next, like, when is okay. Here's the scenario, guys. And some of these people in the audience probably won't even know. Canadian Farmstead says, "You've definitely sown Discord before." What is? I've sown Discord? What is that? I don't understand what that is. Is that a Discord term? John Palmer says Ronald Reagan. Yeah, he was an actor. Here's the scenario that's coming down the pipe, I think. I don't know if it probably won't be this next election, maybe the election after. Maybe we elect our first woman president, and it's going to be like Mia Khalifa. And I don't know if anybody does anybody that's in this know who Mia Khalifa is, or am I alone in that? I know if Kyle was around, he would know. Reed's Rabbitry, I'm guessing you know. Anybody else know who Mia Khalifa is? She's going to be the first woman president, and if you can tie that to Idiocracy, then you're doing good. Yeah. Reed's Rabbitry says, "Yeah, monkey banging pipes full of flammables." I mean, you had to get me started on that shit. It amazed me. Reed's Rabbitry says, I do ish. I do ish know who Mia Khalifa is. I know the name is a porn star, but I've never actually seen her. John Palmer says, the food church lady. No, that's Nisi. Nisi Bali, not Mia Khalifa. Oh, Reed's Rabbitry over in over. Don't worry. Don't worry, I won't tell. I won't tell on her. It's okay. She's done plenty of things with her clothes on too. Pip says that Tulsi chick seems on point. Tulsi's. I mean, anybody that's willing. So here's my I see I don't know the in-depth stories about any of this shit, but it flies. And I got to look at the news. I got to kind of stay up to date with things. And I saw that she switched parties. And anybody that's that prominent in those parties that goes ahead and switches, I have to have a little respect for them, because they that could be absolute career suicide. So she's got to have some principles, or she's just an absolute really big shit bag, and got guaranteed some shit to switch. I mean, there is that possibility too. but somebody that that is successful in one wing of the government at that level that just says, yeah, fuck it, I'll Canadian Pharmacist says, I never talk about politics. Nah, I'm not in favor of any of it. I should have said. Oh, John Palmer says, I don't know porn. Nah. Takes all different strokes for different folks. But she's a pretty famous porn star beyond actually consuming her artistic works. She's Muslim. Well, I don't know if she is anymore, but I'm pretty sure she comes she is actually an immigrant, and if you know how they feel about things, you probably understand why it was a story when she came over here and made it big in Hollywood. Anyway, moving on. Getting out of this politics stuff. Let me get on to my list over here. Yesterday, it rained here. John Palmer says, I'm also terrible with names. Mia Khalifa, the food church lady, and Needy Bali, the famous porn star. Yesterday it rained here pretty much constantly all day. When the forecast was coming up and I was looking at it, it was supposed to be like little chance in the morning, not a ton of rain, and then some heavier downpours in the afternoon, and then cleared up. Canadian Farm says, there you go, immigrants doing the jobs I don't want to do. You don't want to be a movie star? I got somebody you can talk to if you need a job. So my plan was on Monday. So on Monday, what was yesterday? Wednesday. On Monday, I had that new shed delivered out at Jamie's on the way to Delinquent Scully there. FedEx dropped the shed off. I didn't know that FedEx delivered on Veterans Day. That was interesting. I know that the mail doesn't show up, but FedEx dropped it off. And then Tuesday, I was booked solid 6-7 interviews all day. I didn't have a chance to run out there and grab the shed, but it wasn't supposed to rain. The shed did not fit in the delivery box. That was going to be obvious. So I wanted to make sure I got out and got it before it sat in the pouring rain all day. Did the show yesterday morning. Started to rain. It kept raining, rained in the morning, and I was like, okay, well, it's got to lighten up. It was only supposed to be scattered showers in the morning and then heavier in the afternoon. And it just slowed down enough. And you guys know how many problems I have with my truck in the rain. I was like, man, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go out there. The plan was to go out and get the shed, take the shed to back to the property, get the instructions out of the shed, go up and do some brainstorming on the overflow system, on the rainwater catch on the current shed, do some first flush brainstorming, get some parts list together. I am pretty down to what set on what I want to do as far as how I want to plumb it out. I just need to visualize what parts I need and gotta be there, and then get a tape measure on to see what lengths of pipe I need. And I was hoping to pick them up tomorrow when I went to town. I don't know if that's going to happen. I finally had to take off in the kind of sprinkly rain. The radar was hit or miss, and I took off out to Jamie's to grab that shed, and the whole way there it just started downpouring. It let up for a little bit, and then truck actually ran decent, which was nice. It didn't short out at all with this rain. Got out to Jamie's and it just let up, and I was like, "Oh, sweet! I'll be able to load up the shed into the back of the truck. I'll run it out to the property, drop it off, and maybe I'll get to walk up. And if it rains while I'm here, I'll get to see the rain catch working a little bit. So I haven't been out there when it was actually raining and observe the flow and see if it overflows or how it runs and stuff like that. So I'm interested to be out there when it actually rains. But I started to load the shed, which is like 85 pounds, this big long like 5-6 foot box. 85 pounds and awkward, and it was laying in the mud because it had just absolutely downpoured at Jamie's all morning. It appeared, so it was wet and covered with mud. I like pick it up and I'm wrestling it into the back of the truck, and the sky's like bucking open up. I was like, really, really? All I wanted to do was get this out of the rain so the instructions didn't get completely soaked. So I shove it in the back of the truck, and I looked at the road, and it appeared that it had rained even more there than it had here, even though it's like 20 minutes away. And so I chose not to tempt fate and go back and get stuck on the road or do any not damage to the road, but rut it up at all. I'm sure it was pretty soft at that point, and it was downpouring. I didn't want the truck to kind of take a dump back in the property, so I turned around and came home. So I got the shed in the back of the truck, but I have a feeling with the amount it rained yesterday, I had a geyser going on with my tote. Currently, it's just the runoff is dumping into the tote, and there's no outlet. There's no overflow. It's just the little hole I drilled that's slightly larger than the incoming pipe into the tote. So as that fills up, there's only one place for it to go, and it's either going to shoot out around that through that little gap around the pipe, or I don't know. I'm pretty sure I tightened down the cap, so I don't think it'll knock the cap off. So if we get any big downpours, I'm guessing the surge is going to push that up pretty decent because it'll be coming off there at a pretty good rate. Could have been fun to watch, but I didn't want to get the truck stuck back there. Oh man, that's good stuff. But anyway, while I was out there, I got a couple other packages for videos, and I'm excited, guys. I open everything normally the day I get it, check it out, at least put my hands on it and decide if it's absolute junk or if it's going to be a good product. Really, bless you, Corey. I don't make snap decision, but you know, when you open something and you put your hands on it, you can kind of tell if it's quality or not. So I like to get it out of the box, see what it actually is, see if it's what I thought it was when I requested it, or if they randomly, because sometimes companies that I've worked with will randomly send me new shit, and just kind of get it on a list of products that I have to create content for. Well, yesterday I got a couple products I'm really excited about. One, I can't tell you anything about it because I hadn't opened it up yet. It's still sealed. You can see it, but I got this magnesium body butter. We've talked about magnesium a couple times on the show, different benefits for it as far as we need magnesium in our body, and we're all pretty short of it unless you're supplementing. But for leg cramps and relaxation and making it so your fucking armpits don't stink, there's all sorts of different philosophies on what magnesium can do for you. So I requested it. I'm excited to use it. Basically, it's made to put on before bed. It's almost like a moisturizer or a skin cream. It's got shea butter and stuff like that. So dry skin season or whatnot, it'd probably be even more of a benefit. But basically, it says, you throw this on your arms and your legs or wherever before you go to bed, and it'll relax you, and it will infuse magnesium into your body. So I was excited to request a sample for that. They were willing to send it out. I'll give it a shot. I got no problem trying that out. Reed's Rabbit Tree was guessing beauty products, but I was kind of hoping it was hair gel or something, right? I had a company reach out to me and email me, and they're like, we really like all your videos, and we were hoping to send you some products. And they'll like list, they'll send me like 6 or 7 Amazon links. I'm like clicking through them the one time, and they were the one, I don't know if they messed up, but it was all like outdoor gear, camping gear, and kind of stuff like that. And none of it was anything I really wanted. And I clicked on the one link, and it was hair extensions. I don't even have anything to clip them to, let alone need them. If that works, I'll let you know, Hunter, for sure. I'll definitely let you know. I'll let everybody know so you can order it. I mean, if you want to try it, I can get you the link. It'll be in the audio notes. But I got something else yesterday. I opened it up. I actually requested this item, and I was excited to try it. And Canadian Farm says I need to use the Super 77 spray adhesive with the hair extensions. I just look like all patchy. I look like a dog or a coyote in the middle of winter with mange. I'll have a hair extension coming out of like underneath my eye. All on my fingers. Oh. But the other product I got yesterday, I was actually excited to get. It's something that kind of fits in this wheelhouse. I did a TikTok of it yesterday because imagine the views. Some views aren't worth having. I did a quick TikTok on it yesterday because I was so impressed when I picked it up. It's a tire plug kit. You know, tire plug kit, the rope tire plugs. I don't know if you can see that. Canadian Farm says this hairy palms. This show always comes full circle. But it's made by Vehilix. It's like vehicle with an EX on it, or with an X on the end, I guess. There's an E on vehicle. But I was excited to get this. So and Hunter asked on the TikTok, commented on the TikTok and asked if it was full tang, and he was sick of the handles breaking off of the tire plug kit off the tools. The reason I ordered this, the reason I didn't order it, the reason I requested it, and they sent one out, is because it had metal handles, had aluminum handles, and I was like, that seems like it's better. All the ones I've ever had. And all the ones I've ever had trouble with were the plastic handles, like the molded plastic handles with the metal insert for the T, I guess, for the file and for the pinchy clamp things. I don't even know what they would be called. The eyelet that sends the rope down in and you pull it out. So I was excited to get it and test it out. When I opened it, I was really impressed. So I have it all taken apart here. This is heavy aluminum. Heavy aluminum handle. It's machined, threaded, so all the parts actually thread in. So this is the file part. This actually threads into here. I didn't have any pliers in here, and I threaded it in and just with my fingertips tighten the lock nut on there, and I can't get it off. Like I need a couple pair of pliers to break that free, and then we screw this in here. This is heavy duty quality, guys. And I don't think you need to worry about it coming apart. It threads in there. It's solid. So it has the file part, and then it's got another T-bar. This is another part that I threaded in there, and I put it too tight, and it like locked in. So I think I'll need a I need a plier to get that one out. And then Hunter says aluminum. how much force are you putting on a fucking a tire plug kit that you could break this solid machined aluminum? Like, seriously, what are you using it for? This is a solid aluminum bar. Like, honestly, you could order one and break it yourself, but it's cheap enough. It's $20. Like, seriously, $20. Comes with 2 eyelets. For the T-bar. Like, if oh gotcha. he wasn't saying that it would break because it's aluminum. Yeah, Hunter, let me click right here. Verify that it's $20. Yeah, 1995. I'll drop the link in the YouTube description. I can't put it in the I don't have access to post comments in the Nostr feed. I would have to have it open, and at the moment I don't know if I have enough bandwidth to get that to happen. But we will see. Like I said, I'm exploring options. As a courtesy, they throw as a courtesy. I'll drop that link in the Telegram chat for you too, Hunter. And it'll be in the audio notes. Here, let me put it in the Telegram chat. It came with a little cheapy ass tire inflator tester, which was a nice touch. A razor knife, just the pop out razor knife, all goes in the case. Now it's locked open, but nice little razor knife. But the thing I was the thing that I was most impressed about in the kit. Rewilder like fast over in the. Oh no, you have a flat tire. She's in the Telegram group. I posted the link. And she's like, "Are you reading my mind?" She's not even in the show. Sorry, guys. The thing that I was most impressed with that came with this kit. Now, I can't say that I've bought a ton of these. I haven't bought. I mean, I have. I bought probably 4 or 5 over the years since I learned about them when I was a kid, for different things like lawn tractors and carrying them in vehicles and multiple vehicles. And like Hunter says, the plastic handles break. These plugs end up getting hot and sticky. These ones seem like they're decent plugs. I peeled them open a little. I didn't want to make a mess in the camper yesterday, but they don't seem like they're going to be the gooey mess. Like you're going to be able to get them out of here and actually use them. So that's a change. But you usually pick them up, and it usually comes with the 2 T-bars, the file and the pusher and some of these, and that's about it. So that the fact that they included the razor knife and the cheapy little air pressure, gauge was a bonus. But they included. Does anybody know what that is? I don't know if I can get it to focus really. Does anybody know what that thing is? If you're watching the video. If you're listening to the audio, it's a little silver thing with a red line around it. Super descriptive. Good morning, Rewilder Lifestyle. Thanks for stopping in. I'm sorry about your tire. If you're hanging out for a minute, my next story is about Michigan, and I was hoping you were going to be around so I could ask you a question. But it has Reed's Rabbitry saying Schrader valve. Mike's Home says saying Schrader valve. Yeah, and the tool. and the little handy little tool. Now, I carried these things on my own, not in a kit, but for a tire plug kit to come with Schrader valve, or I guess you could call them valve stem cores, is what I was originally taught. Yeah, with the tool. So I was impressed. So basically, you get a bad valve stem, and you can change that out. So nice. It's a nice little kit, especially for $20. For $20, I'm excited to do video on it. I don't have a tire that I'm ready to fucking tear into, so it's going to be a lot of knock on wood, basically. I don't need to deal with a flat tire. I really don't want to. But I have confidence in this tool, and I'm going to come up with some other shit to mess around with and really put the screws to it and see if it's quality. But man, picking it up, I can't see that it's not going to be quality, especially for that $20 price range. So excited to check it out. I was excited to get it out. I had just ordered it as a, these are nice stocking stuffers. They're nice Christmas. Rewilder Life wants me to run up and plug her tire for her up in Michigan. It would only be a little drive. Corey, I'll be back on Monday. I'm gonna go fix a tire. But anyway, I was excited to try it out with the metal handle. That was the thing that stuck out to me. Normally, they're John Palmer says just put a screwdriver through a tire to test it. You volunteering to bring a vehicle over to let me do that? Actually, I probably, yeah, I could probably come up with something for sure. So yeah, excited to test it out. That metal handle was what turned me onto it, and it didn't disappoint. I was thinking it would have been just a little one-piece handle. To have it be able to unscrew apart, and it doesn't need to come apart. You can put it in the case, and the case has got some tie downs for the tools. The two tools go here, and then this is a mesh bag. So I'm impressed. Reed's Rabbitry is talking about spare. I actually have some friends that have a pile of tires, and I could see for sure. We'll see if I can get her tested out. Hunter's having trouble over on Nostr with the auto translate. He asked if it's a spare, and it seems like they want to call it Italian. Pip says I may or may not have a half dozen spare tires. Pip, you want to make a trip up to the gully? You're more than welcome to come up and hang out for a little while if you need to get away. You know where to find it. Let me know if you're coming, and we can hang out for a little bit. So yeah, the link for that is down in the description. Take the ride. Good morning. How we doing? Appreciate you hanging out. Check them out. Click the link and grab one. I don't know if my link in the Telegram chat, I don't think that actually gets me any commissions. Amazon's been locking down and really viewing where the links are coming from, and I have to submit any source of traffic. So I had to submit my YouTube channel, that, wherever I'm posting the links, my website. And then if it doesn't come from the traffic sources that I've given them, they're like, yeah, fuck you, we're not paying you, which is awesome. But you can't use a private Facebook group. It has to be public, so they can view it. And I think Telegram chat, seeing that we have a private, it's a private Telegram chat at t.me/lots chat. I don't think that qualifies. So guys, if you're in the Telegram chat, you should go to amazon.com/shop/the Lots Project and start your shopping there. So I can share links to videos I make on Amazon. I think, I don't know, the rules change all the time, and it's absolutely infuriating, but it's a way to make a little money, so I deal with it. As long as Rachel's here, I had a story that popped up when I was dicking around on TikTok yesterday, and I had it. I have it here. It was from yesterday. It started like yesterday or a day. Yesterday, the day before, maybe. Is when I started seeing the videos. Excuse me. Trying to get this to work because it's in the wrong spot. It started popping up 2 days ago, I think. God damn it, now it's over that one. 2 huge screens here, and I still can't get all the stuff on the screens. This is it's incredible. Reed's Rabbitry says it's private. Y'all bugger off. It's only for the cool kids and the weirdos that we're kind of scared of. I'm the head weirdo. The head weirdo for sure. So this story out of Michigan started creeping as I looked into it. It looked like all the videos are like from 2 days ago, a day ago. Rachel, do you know anything about FEMA coming up and hanging out in Michigan? It appears that FEMA has targeted 6 counties in northern Michigan, and they're rolling trucks and supplies to some base up there. Estimates are 250 to 300 trucks, FEMA trucks, rolling in. And people started asking questions. And this was, here's one, I got a video I'm going to pop up here. Here is the one response from the government. I don't know who this guy is. I'm not in with the politics of Michigan, but let me know if you guys can't hear this. Hold on. I was watching it before the. Probably can't hear it. All right. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Maybe not. Reed Rabbitry says you can hear it if I stop talking. Basically, yeah, that's normally the case. Basically, this guy was saying people are getting worried about all these trucks. If you see these trucks, don't worry about it. There's nothing to be scared of. We're just staging. These trucks to service this 6-county area. We've determined that we need to bring all the supplies in. Rewilder Life says we have a huge base in grain that always has lots of trucks all the time, and we get rumors every time. Airport facility is the base. It's huge, so mostly fear mongering. All right. Well, that's why I was hoping you were here. Reed Rabbitry says if it's stationed or staged. Are they returning to Michigan? Are they returning to Michigan for possibly helping in North Carolina, Tennessee area, Florida, where they been dispersed across the country and they're returning? Why are they moving now? I guess I'm pulling the thread and asking the questions. I don't necessarily think this is nefarious, and like Rewilder said, you know, it comes up every time they transfer trucks and stage in there. And Reed's Rabbitry says if it's staged or stationed is two different things. But the other interesting part is as I was going down this rabbit hole of like what's going on here, is this some wackadoodle one-off wackadoodle lady that saw some video, some trucks rolling down the road? Is it one lady trying to get views? Is it made up? Rewild Life says, I mean, it could be nefarious, but folks freak every time. Okay, that's what I was wondering. But as I went down the trail, there's people talking about some weird shit on Nexstar. Was it Nexstar, the radar, the weather radar? They've been seeing some weird lines right over that area. Some weird weather. I don't want to say patterns, but some weird weather phenomenon popping up right in that area. And I was just curious. Is this a new thing? Did they roll them in there? Rewildler Life says it's 148,000 acres. They do tons of training. All right. I mean, I get it. It's like, you guys remember Jade Helm? And how that turned out to be a big nothing burger? Sounds a little like that. But always be aware of shit like that. I'm curious to see if anything plays out with the radar. It sounds like you're having a pretty rainy day, and it's 30 and raining. Do you have any weather in the lasers? That's it. Exactly it. Reed's Rabbitry unprompted says lasers a la Alex Jones. That's what they're calling it. That's exactly the term that they were using in the videos that I saw. And I saw a couple of them. Do you have any weather in the forecast, Rachel? She says, but we also had 2 secret bases on Lake Michigan with huge weather radar stations that were linked to Operation Blue Book. So maybe. Interesting. Yeah, I'm confident in my folks in Michigan are well equipped to handle the shit, whatever it is. And I don't think I need to tell you. Just keep your eyes open. But it'd be interesting to find out if anything goes sideways. Pip saying Jade Helm. I remember her. She was another porn star, wasn't she? And Rachel said that was first-hand information on the radar station's father-in-law was stationed at the base in OBB. OBB? That's similar to OPP. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Anyway, so Michigan might have some fun. I hope not. I hope all my people up there. Maybe Rachel is like, yeah, let her rip. Let's test out the props. Operation Blue Book was the aliens. That's right. Is that? Yeah, that was the aliens. Rachel, you weren't around when I talked about the other product I got today. I got some magnesium body butter to try out. It's very shiny. What movie was that from? Magnesium body butter. It's because the cover is still on it, and I got my light behind there. Some magnesium body butter, and I think the only ingredients in it were magnesium shea butter, and it was all natural. But so I'm gonna give that a try. I'm excited to give the magnesium She says chloride or sulfate. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait on that. Chloride. I think chloride. Which is the good and which is the bad. I just requested it because it was in my sample feed and I was interested to try it. Um, that's the better form. Sweet. The company seemed pretty reputable. They had a lot of good. They had several good reviews and several magnesium related products, and you never know, but Reed's Rabbitry says magnesium reacts violently with water. The human body is made up of mostly water. Did the government tell you to use it? No, the government didn't tell me to use it. The government actually has been trying to siphon magnesium out of our bodies for a long time, from what I understand. So that's exciting. Let me see. Michigan Tire Plug Kit Shed. I got some coffee gear showing up tomorrow. I'm excited. So I had a company send out a coffee grinder, another manual coffee grinder. For years now, 3+ years, I've used the cheapo $14.99 hand coffee grinder. I've recommended it. It's on the website. I've done reviews on it. I've sent people grinders. It works. It works. It's one of those, you could grind coffee with 2 stones if you wanted. I was pursuing some coffee equipment companies to try out their products. And I ran across a company that their focus is on espresso machines, higher end equipment, things like that. And I said, hey, I really like that manual coffee grinder you have. Anyway, you'd send me out one. I didn't look at I looked at the listing. I didn't see a price. It was currently unavailable when I asked them. We started talking and they sent it out. This is $100 manual coffee grinder. It showed up. It's quality for sure. Heavy duty. The construction is really nice. The adjustment is phenomenal. It can go anywhere from basically powder to just barely ground. It's got sieve system in it that you can pull out the powder. Like the difference in the product that comes out of it. Now I don't know if it's going to be $100 better. Well, I guess $75 better than the one I have, but it feels quality. So we'll see. I wanted to test it out. So I got it. I was all excited and I looked at the hopper on the grinder that that holds the whole beans. I was like, man, that's kind of small. It's kind of small, which makes sense because they're in the world of espresso where they're pulling smaller shots, smaller cups, more like the grinding less. And so I dug in a little bit. I was reading in the instructions and looking at some stuff, and it looks like it holds about 20 grams of coffee. Well, when I make my French press, my trusty old Mueller, I grind up 49 grams of coffee. So not quite 20 and 49 are not close. I couldn't even do it in 2. So I was like, well, I need a different way to brew my coffee if I want to use this grinder. I mean, I could grind coffee all day, but I really want to. I kind of want to do some comparison testing with the $15 grinder and whatnot. So I contemplated what to do, and so I went out on a limb. Went out on a limb like I'll never use it or anything, and I picked up a couple of different brew methods, some smaller ones, some single cup stuff. I got an AeroPress coming in the shipment. I have a thing called a Final Press coming, and there was a single cup pour over gift set that looked promising. So I ordered those up, and so this weekend, Brian's going to be highly caffeinated. Corey will be ecstatic to be out at the cabin with me this weekend, drinking coffee and filming content all weekend. But basically got some new ways to brew smaller batches. So I think the AeroPress is a 1 cup. I'm pretty sure the final press I know is a 1 cup, and then the pour over gift set makes 1 cup at a time. So not necessarily practical for doing the show in the morning, since I drink like 30-ish ounces throughout the show, but definitely viable options, and I'll keep them around for the weekend and things like that. So I'm excited to test out these new brewers, these different brewers that I haven't used before, and branch out, I guess, away from just the French press. But it's one of those things, if it works, if it ain't broke, why fix it? So testing those out this weekend, that'll be exciting. So those are all supposed to show up. Corey, if you guys were worried, Corey was able to order her yarn that she couldn't find. She ordered it up on Amazon. That's on the way. And I forgot to tell you guys, our our water heater, our shower, our propane shower that we've had now for a couple years. I got to order a new one. I had to order a new one. That one's going to be here on Friday. We got a couple years out of $100 outdoor. Well, I don't know if it's supposed to be outdoor all the time, but the portable propane water heater shower combo. It's still working, but we decided to jump the gun and get another one when Corey noticed that there was a little black smoke coming out of it. Basically, from my looking at it, from not taking it apart, it just from the weather and corrosion, it was burning off some rust off the heat exchange. So where the flame heats up the water, the metal looks like it has corroded a little bit, and it was like burning off the rust. I think. From what I could tell, it wasn't like flaming on the inside. It was just a smooth smoke coming out, a little bit wispy. So we decided to be preemptive before that caught the camper on fire, because it's hanging near the camper, and order a new one. Order a new one. So we'll be taking that one out to Delinquent Scully to be doing testing. And then once testing and proof of concept is finalized, we'll end up ordering a new one out there. But for $100, I thought it was pretty good. $50 a year. It'd be less than that, really, because it's been more than 2 years since we ordered it. Having that portable shower is super nice. It's super, super nice. So I'll be excited to get the new one. Of course, it was Chinese made and couldn't order the exact same one. It had to be ordered separate. So that should be here on Friday. Get that set up, and like I said, proof of concept testing out at Delinquent Scully at Tim's cabin with the water system that we got set up. I'm going to fill up a tote. I'm going to use my spare portable water pump that we use for the same type we use for the RV. I have a spare one that I also used for water transfer in the truck. So when we were traveling, I had a spare water storage tank in the back of the truck, and I could use our backup RV pump to transfer water. Had it wired up to just run off the battery of the truck, so I can take a 12-volt battery out there. Coincidentally, I have one out there charging on a solar system that's just sitting there waiting to be used. I'll be able to plumb a hose to the tote, from the tote to the pump, from the pump to the water heater, and have hot running water shower in a couple minutes, really, I think. Have the conversion kit ordered already for the tote. It basically goes onto the tote outlet and adapts down to a garden hose. So John Palmer says I didn't do a video trade for the shower. I did not. That's usually that process takes a while. And it was worth just ordering it. I can do a video after the fact and earn commissions on it. It doesn't need to come from the company or anything. Actually, it's kind of it's less disclosure if it doesn't come from the company and I actually buy it. But it takes it takes a while. I usually have to message back and forth with companies and I have to wait for them to actually ship it. If they actually do, even when they say they're going to, a lot of times they won't. It's definitely a process. So it was just it was something that I needed along with the coffee equipment. I've been reaching out to coffee companies and off and on for a while now. And at this point, the AeroPress is like $50 and the final press was less than that. The gift set was right in that range. I was like, hey, this is going to be it'd be bad, not bad. Reed's Rabbitry says, have you thought of using a clear tube for your separator, or would you just open it after it rains? The first flush system, is that what you're talking about? My first flush system, basically, the way it's going to be set up is it'll be a 2-inch PVC stem. If you're not watching the video, it'll be interesting to see if you can visualize this. But basically, the gutter hits an elbow, and instead of just doing a 90-degree and running the plumbing off to the tote, I put a T in there. Was it a T? Yeah. Nope. I put an elbow and then I put a T in instead of another elbow to run. So it comes through the gutter, down out of the gutter, into a little stem, and then into a T. The first flush system right now just has a plug in the bottom of the T, the part of the T that's facing the ground. And what I am actually going to do is put a 2 foot, a little over 2 foot to hold the right amount of water, a 2 foot piece of 2-inch PVC, and then a plug at the bottom, a threaded plug on the bottom. And on the side, a few inches above the bottom, I'm going to put a hose bib, basically a 1/4-inch thread by 1/4-inch hose bib, and run a piece of drip irrigation tubing off it with a 0.1 gallon per hour emitter on the end, just hanging off. And then, so how that's going to work is when it rains, it'll fill up the 2-inch PVC pipe, which was the appropriate amount to clear the roof on that side. And this is going to be mirrored on both sides of the shed. So the water will run down. It'll run through the elbow on the gutter, directly straight through the T, fill up that hanging piece of 2-inch PVC pipe. Once the water reaches the T again, it'll start to flow over, fill up the tote. Now it stops raining. The roof is going to start getting dirty again. We're going to need to first flush that again. The water will slowly drip out of the first flush, and then when it rains again, it'll fill back up. If it's a off and on rain, yeah, John Palmer says he meant using the instead of using 2-foot PVC, using a clear tube or pipe so you can see what's inside. Yeah, it's a lot of value. The 2.5, the just over 2 feet of 2-inch PVC, the volume of that is appropriate. Anything smaller diameter than that, then I'm running out longer, and it just I don't think there's going to be enough sediment in the bottom to have to open it every time it rains. But yeah, every so often I'll have to go out and drain that bottom. And the reason I'm recessing or putting the drip out, um, the drip emitter up a little bit, is to give myself a pocket for that sediment to accumulate in. So once it gets into that drop tube, it won't be agitated. That water will especially at the bottom, and that water will circulate and precipitate out all the solids that I'm trying to keep out of the tote, which will eventually end up accumulating in the bottom of the tote. And it'll just be put on a schedule every so many inches of rain. I'll just unscrew it and let the sediment clean out. That's what I've come up with to DIY it. There's plenty of systems I can build, or I can buy the parts and build. This is just something. This little project on the shed is completely a clusterfuck brainstorm that I've come up with on my own by watching videos. I haven't seen anybody that set it up exactly like this. And this is a lot of the stuff I did on the farm, a lot of the systems I build. I watch a bunch of different theories, a bunch of different systems that work for the person that built them, or possibly doesn't work quite as well as they wanted. And I combine them, adjust them, and use them for my needs. Usually because the guy that did the gutter system, the initial guy I saw that did the gutter system, was in the middle of the desert. He didn't have leaves or anything like that. He didn't even have screens or any way to keep leaves out of his gutter because there were no leaves. His bigger problem was the first flush, because it was dust that would accumulate, and then it would be so dusty by the time it rained that it would clog his system. So he dealt with that problem. I had a totally different problem with the leaves, and so it's definitely a Frankenstein system and a lot of testing, basically. If it works, if parts of it work, if it needs to be adjusted, this is just a pretty much, I hoping it becomes a tertiary source of water, and maybe just a consistent source of water for aquaculture. So it just happens to be there, and it's going to come in handy depending on if we go with cementing our posts in the ground when we build the cabin or not, or just other projects up there having 300 gallons of water and being able to start filling our little pond that I dug up there, and having a water source up there is basically why it got put higher on the list. Now it's done. Now we can move on to, and it's not done. I got a little bit more to do. But clear tubing, it'd be quite a long piece of tubing, or it would have to be a pretty big diameter. I think 2 feet of 2-inch PVC, the volume, and I didn't include the volume of the fittings or anything like that, is just over the low end of the recommended roof clearing for that size of roof. And that's coincidentally, I had about 2.5 feet pieces of pipe left over from when I was doing the gutter build itself. So just reusing the material I got. The overflow on the tote, I'm going back and forth on it, but I'm really thinking I'm just going to do something where I can just set the level from outside, maybe adjustable. I've been going back. Reed Rafferty says 2 foot clear acrylic 2-inch. Yeah, exactly. That's probably a little bit more expensive than PVC and a can of spray paint to protect it. I'm still mulling around how I want to do the plumbing on the overflow. But I got another adapter, like I said, I had for Tim's cabin and his tote that goes on and plumbs down to a hose bib. So I'll be able to at least get it out of the tote if it's too full. John Palmer says, I'm waiting to see. I have a metal roof that is about 20 foot by 12 foot. I want to do that with. Is it a shed roof, or do you actually have like soffits to where you could hang traditional gutters on? Because if I won't do this for my metal roof on the cabin. The only reason I'm doing this is there was nothing to attach the gutters to on the shed structure. So I had to come up with a system. There was no way to hang traditional gutters. So that's how this came about. Would I do it if I didn't have to? Absolutely, probably not. It's been kind of a pain in the ass to set up. It's been fun, and I think I'm going to learn quite a bit. But it was definitely born out of necessity, not out of convenience, for sure. So we'll see how it goes. Shed, coffee gear, tire plug kit, Michigan, FEMA. Save that one. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about some odd world records. I found a list of top 10 oddest world records since I've been on. I was on the Guinness Book kick. John says it's a very long overhang. Yeah, there is that. If you want it to look pretty, I got to come up with a better screen system, which I don't think would be hard. But I just wanted to get it up there because the leaves were falling and it was starting to rain. So it's something to keep it out. If it lasts, I could probably clean it up and tidy it up. But for what it is and the function that it's serving, it doesn't have to look pretty at this point. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes with the screen. And I didn't want to put too much into it for it to fail. And we'll adjust along the way. But got 300 gallons. I'm guessing when I go out there tomorrow, there'll be 300 gallons in the tote. I'm guessing it overflowed. John says I don't care how it looks. Is the 20 foot the length? And the 12 foot the height? Because you're going to want to make sure that a 2-inch can handle the volume of water. 12 foot deep as in pitched, or so 2 or single pitch, like a lean-to. Is it a lean-to on the side of a barn possibly? So I sized the 2-inch pipe from my calculations with ChatGPT helping me. I would have to get 2 to 3 inches in a minute for it to overwhelm the size, the volume on the inside of the gutter. Since I cut it at about 10 o'clock. The way it hangs, so that it's round and the slots at about 10 o'clock and it hangs on. So I got that whole bottom arc. I think my calculations, I would have to get 2 to 3 inches in like a minute or an hour or some shit, like a lot of rain. Then it would overflow that. So I'm guessing the 2-inch would probably be appropriate for your uses, depending on the pitch. It also depends on the height of the ridges in your metal roof, because you have to cut that slot wide enough to slide it on. I'll do a full video when it's good. Hey Henry, thanks for hanging out. I gotta go too, so I appreciate everybody hanging out. We'll get wrapped up here and we'll circle back tomorrow. I'll have those odd Guinness Book of World Records. I'll see what else I can dig up on maybe the conspiracy front or just weird news kind of. Let's chat about weird shit tomorrow on Friday and wrap up the week. Check out Director Detour, please, guys. If you haven't yet, go over and find it on your podcast player and subscribe. Direct or Detour, search that in your podcast player. It's on Fountain, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the places you can search it and find it. Up to 5 episodes. They're getting better and better. I'm actually recorded through January, so it's not going anywhere. Definitely hit that subscribe. If you're on Apple Podcasts, if you listen and give it a review over there, that helps the search algorithms. Share it with someone you know, you think that would like it, could use the stories, the inspiration, and knowing that life isn't definitely a straight path. So I love chatting with people. I hope you enjoy the interviews I do and share that around. Hopefully it's going to grow quickly, and we'll have a bunch of other content coming out from it. So more to come on that. Have a fantastic Thursday, guys. I got interviews to do here and start to make some content on these products. I'm excited to get that coffee stuff tested out over the weekend. And have a great day. Make it the best you can, and we will catch up with you tomorrow.